It is December 3rd now, and I've just been going about my day. Did a few chores, and it is Wednesday, and that is the day I try to get the music for church lined up. I am the one who is picking the songs for church this week. So I picked out the songs, and I got some of them copied out of the hymn book. I don't try to prop that hymn book open and keep the pages open on the piano that I play. I don't try to mess with that, so I just copy the songs that I'm going to do out of the hymnal and just have loose pages. Much more easy to handle. So I did that. I picked out 4 songs, and one of them was a request from someone in the congregation, so that's one of the 4 that I picked. And yes, Wednesday is the day that I try to get all that organized and in place, and I have yet to let the other people on the music team know what the songs are, what the keys are, what the page number in the hymnal is, etc., the order, all that. So that's a goal that I have for today, to get that all finished up. And I practiced a couple of the songs already. I need to practice them a bit more, but I wanted to do the Advent calendar now. We are on day 3, and I was editing the Vlogmas day 1 footage, and I didn't even realize until I saw that footage that there was some writing on the back of the door of this Advent calendar that I totally missed in the moment, but I want to read what it said. I'll get to that, but okay, it's day 3. By the way, I find these doors much easier to open than last year's Advent calendar doors. Okay, so this right here, there's like writing here, and I didn't even realize it until I was editing the video that I took. First of all, this is what is behind the door today. It is green tea with lemon. Ingredients are green tea, natural lemon flavor with other natural flavors, lemon pieces. I'm interested in this one. I might have said yesterday, I think, that I enjoy jasmine green tea quite a bit. So this one, I think I might potentially like. I've never had green tea with lemon in it. So going back to what is this that they have written on the door here? They have something written there, and I want to see what it is. It says, "Sip and shine. Warm up with our smooth and bright tea for an exhilarating escape. Take a brisk winter walk afterward to boost those endorphins and feel the holiday magic in the air. Snap a pic, share it on social, and tag us." I actually was considering going for a walk today, which I may or may not do. But, okay. What was on yesterday's door? Yesterday? What was yesterday's tea? It was orange cinnamon, wasn't it? Behind that door it said, "Spice up your tea with a dash of cinnamon. If you love this blend, scan the QR code for a mug cake recipe to try. Is every single one of these going to be some promotion to get online and get on social media and promote Twinings tea? I wonder. Probably something like that. But for the sake of doing this advent calendar, I will continue reading these. Day one, do you remember what day one tea was? It was Christmas tea. It says, sip, savor, celebrate. Kick off the season with a cup of your favorite tea. Today's goal: set your intention for a holiday filled with joy and warmth. Share your first moment of the season on social and tag us at Twinings USA. Hashtag drinking life. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but today's goal: set your intention for a holiday filled with joy and warmth. What is that supposed to mean? I don't think the back door of an advent calendar is really asking me serious questions, but it does make me think about what that means. Set your intention for a holiday filled with joy and warmth. Okay, well, I can start with tea, potentially bringing some measure of pleasure and warmth. Now, joy and warmth, I know where I get those things, and it's not just during the holiday season. Definitely, I find those things daily with God. I don't really care how that sounds. Does that sound cliche for a Christian to say? Maybe, but it's true for me. Do you find joy and warmth elsewhere? Sometimes, but not the same way as I personally do with God, and definitely not as consistently as I do with God. Joy, yes, definitely. Warmth, yes, definitely. Some of the most warmth I've ever experienced, it has come from the Lord, from God. His love and kindness and mercy and forgiveness and all those things. Very warm in terms of kindness and love. And as far as joy goes, yes, definitely. The joy of knowing my Creator and why I was created. The joy of His presence every day, everywhere, and in everything. I am not alone. I have the joy of His presence. Maybe a better word at times rather than joy is assurance, feeling a measure of safety and security because He's with me all the time. But yes, joy in His presence as I walk this earth, but also joy of thinking about where I'll be after I'm not on earth anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and boil some water and try this tea. Okay, I'm ready to try this tea. It was green tea with lemon. I added just a little bit of sugar to this. I'm not, let me try this again. Okay, it's very, very mild. I can taste a little lemon, not much green tea. Um, um, I'm surprised how bland this tastes. Very mild. Like it's watered down or something. Uh, so I mean, I guess if you like a really, really mild tea, like a few steps up above hot water or something, you might like it. It's not my favorite, although it's not, I don't hate it either. It's just surprisingly mild. That is my opinion. Yeah, and you know the lemon flavor, it's not like a tangy lemon like sour flavor. It's more like uh, an aroma of lemon, which I yes, not my favorite. Other than that, I'm gonna try to keep this particular Vlogmas day a little bit shorter because I have some things to do and I don't want to prolong the editing time for this video. You know what I think would be nice, come to think of it, as far as advent calendars go, I think I would like it if it was a combination of something like last year's advent calendar plus this year's, like chocolate and tea together. However, I do tend to be that type of person that can always see how you could go one step further and make something better. I admit that I am that sort of person. Sure, I can appreciate something for what it is, but I could see how it could be better. So, yes. Come to think of it, very rarely does anything meet my expectations, and even more rare does something exceed my expectations. And I hope it's not because I'm spoiled, because when something does meet my expectations or exceeds them, I do not keep it a secret that it has met my expectations or exceeded them. I will say that and how much I appreciate that it was that for me. I will remember it for months, if not years, a situation that exceeded my expectations in a good way, that is. I'm talking about in a good way. There's plenty of things that exceed my expectations or meet them in a bad way, in a negative way, almost on the daily. Things exceeded my expectations of how bad it would be. But I'm talking about exceeding or meeting expectations in a good way. When that happens, I take note and I appreciate it and I remember it. And yes, so I guess I'm that type of person. Do I want to call myself a perfectionist? No, absolutely not. I do not want that. Perfectionism is not a virtue. However, I think it could be a good thing to keep striving for excellence in everything you do, as long as it doesn't get out of control and you're actually pursuing excellence in things that don't matter that much. I think I'm a combination of a visionary, yes, a visionary of how good something could be, mixed with some measure of logic where, okay, yeah, I see how great something could be, but also does it make sense to go that far? And sometimes it doesn't. So I will get on with this day. I still have to get the music list out to the rest of the music team. I would like to do a little bit more practicing. I have some editing to do. So I will end this here Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow.